Hello and welcome back to the channel for a report card on the Roto Grip Idol Helios. If you haven't seen one of these before, the idea is that I check in with a ball a couple months after it releases to see if I got a good read on it for the review, how much we've used it since then, what we've used it on, and to add anything additional we might have learned since the review. If you like our jerseys, code Rosdahl10 gets you 10% off CoolWick. The code is on the screen and in the description to copy and paste. Follow my link to Bowler's Mart for your bowling needs. That helps me out quite a bit. Visit the SRGBBFS group on Facebook for all things SPI. And of course, thanks to Turbo and Storm for keeping me in equipment to show off to everybody. Also, YouTube has a new Super Thanks button under the video if you feel like leaving me a tip other than to cover up the chicken legs. The Idol Helios is pretty simple. It's an original Idol replacement / upgrade. First we'll be on the house shot, then move to the 2019 Open Championships doubles and singles pattern, which is a couple feet longer and a lot heavier oil volume. Two 900s with it already from Cody Schmidt and Steven Casella, and I know that we all see crazy amounts of big numbers with all kinds of stuff on Facebook daily, but every time I turn around there's something new with the Helios. Same strong symmetric icon core, 249 RG, 052 differential and 15 pounds, very similar to phase numbers. I think these two lines have been close siblings that really complement each other well. The Helios is Extreme Track Solid rather than the Micro Tracks, which was on the original, and the difference is basically like going from Storm's NRG Solid to their NEX Solid, which we had on the Axiom of Proton Physics, so the Helios cover is extremely similar to the Proton cover. See what I did there? This makes it longer and sharper than the original Idol, but same or very similar strength with a very similar shape and overall ball motion. For Angel, it's too strong for regular use. She'll take it to tournaments on longer and heavier patterns. It's obviously more usable on Nationals pattern for her, but it's just too diggy most of the time. She's got a pretty set arsenal right now that goes Nova to an IQ of some kind to a high road, and it's going to be hard for anything to break into that in the first place, but a Helios strong ball isn't going to get very deep into a set for her very often. For me, I didn't want this layout on it, but for all the balls people wanted comparisons with, namely the Idol that I still had and the Axiom, those had an old layout on them that I just don't use anymore, so I kind of had to use this layout for the review. This layout's a little too long and quick. It's also a bit forward off the end of the pattern, so it just gives me angle issues. I love this kind of a ball though. It's a supercharged IQ Tour type look. The only thing that's kept me from drilling another one is that the Pro Motion already fits the spot for me, and I have a couple of different ones of those drilled, but it's definitely on the radar because I was kind of disappointed I had to use that layout. The color just matches me so well that I need to get this worked out. Plus eventually I'm going to run out of Pro Motions and this might even be an upgrade, who knows. The Helios is probably the best big symmetric ball out there right now outside of maybe the Phase 2. Don't have any hesitation recommending it. It's a little too much for Angel. I had to use a layout. I didn't want to, so that skewed it a little for me. So it's another one that doesn't get much, if any, use for either of us, but one that I'd highly recommend if you're looking for a ball in this territory. Once again, if you like our jerseys, code Rosdahl10 gets you 10% off at CoolWick. Follow my link in the description to Bowler's Mart to get your stuff. SRGBBFS group on Facebook. Thanks Turbo, thanks Storm, and thank you for watching. May the strikes be with you.